Hello everyone, my name is Shaniqua Johnson Pierce and I will be your instructor for Social Work 552 Field Seminar and Field Instruction. I am so excited. This is actually my first course, social work course that I'm teaching, although I've had a lot of experience in being a field instructor and some supervisory roles. I'm excited for this new journey with you guys. So great. So let's get to it. I'm going to go through some important things I want you guys to keep note of in the syllabus, in the field manual, and just overall in general. So welcome. So you guys are starting your field placements this week, and you will have to do at least 16 hours a week at your field placement. So over the course of the semester, you'll have 480 hours total, which is max. It stretches the course the 30-week span. So some of the expectations for this course is to always just try your best. And, of course, if you guys need help, please reach out to me or your peers. Do not be afraid to ask for help. That's what I'm here for. I'm asking that all work be completed on time. If it's due at 11:59, please don't tell me you submitted at 12:01. But just try to manage your time. It's going to be really crucial because I know you guys are extremely busy. And to also just remain professional. I always tell people who are in field just to really think about it as, your first job. And if you think about it that way, usually you'll perform in a way as if you are being compensated for what you're doing. So the time management piece, I think it's going to be important for you guys to look through the syllabus and creating your planners or your Google calendars or when things are due, and maybe give yourself a reminder notice a week prior so that you don't get so overwhelmed because it'll go by fast. Although we have 14 weeks, there's something due usually every week. And then I wanted to touch on this piece on self-care. It is so important that you guys take care of yourselves with eating properly, taking time out to have fun in your life. I know you're busy, but even if it's for an hour and it's a lunch date with a friend, or you're just going out to a celebration, it's important that you still maintain that self-care piece. And if you struggle with that, I can also be of a support to you as well. So I wanted to kind of discuss the syllabus, what you'll be expected to do in this course to really apply everything you've learned from your past classes, your recent classes, all of the, clinical evidence-based practices you learn about, and actually apply them to real life in your field practicum. So your field instructor will be your go-to person on making sure that you are processing things on a weekly basis and that you're really following along with your learning contract and progressing and achieving your goals. So your learning contracts won't be due until week 4 of the course, but it's a good time to really sit down and brainstorm some ideas for creating your learning contract. Okay, so for week 1 of the discussion, you do have a discussion post that is due by Thursday, where you are expected to upload a video of yourself and respond to, and I'm trying to slide down here to show you guys what I'm talking about, to respond to let's see. Hang with me, guys. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this myself. Well, if you go under week 1 of where the class is for this course, you'll see that you have a discussion form due this week. And it's due by Thursday, where it's a 2-part where you have to upload a video of yourself and kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, your field placement. And in addition to that, you're going to also have a written portion where you answer some questions about how you're feeling about placement. What are you excited for? What are you worried about? Those types of things, so that we can begin to process those when we have our live field discussions. So you will have a total of 6 discussion forms throughout the semester. So you want to make sure that you get those done. In addition to that, you also have peer-to-peer field discussion forums and live field discussion forums with me. So you have to have a total of 5 of those throughout the semester. So it could be maybe 3 peer-to-peer discussions and then maybe 2 live field discussions that you've attended with me. So please make sure that you guys are keeping track of everything that is due, and I'll also send reminders so that you don't miss anything. Okay, so that's what's due week 1. I also wanted to talk about, let's see, the availability poll. It's due by this Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And you guys are going to tell me, what typically works for you for these live field discussions, because I still work a full-time job and I'm a full-time mommy and wife. I will most likely have our field discussion conversations in the evenings, probably around 6 or 7 or even 8 o'clock, or maybe on Sundays in the afternoon as well. So I'm going to listen to what you guys are going to give me, but to also let you guys know, to be mindful that I have just a busy life as you guys do. And I want to make sure that I accommodate both of us. Let's see. So this week also, please review your field manual so that we can begin to discuss any questions or concerns you might have around your field manual. It really just outlines all the key expectations for the agency, for yourself, for me, and what we're all responsible for in your learning process. So if there's ever any questions about that, please let me know. But the 2 things that I kind of want to point it out in the field manual is that, 1, making sure that you are receiving that supervision piece. Whoever your field instructor is responsible for at least 60 minutes a week. So it is important that you're constantly processing and reevaluating your clinical practice and your internship. And then the second thing I wanted to discuss is making sure that you are connecting with your field instructor and outlining everything for the learning contract that's due week 4. So you guys can begin to put that together. And what I will do is I will reach out to you guys periodically throughout the semester to see how things are going. We might have a Skype session. I might just call and just check in just to see how things are going. And I will also let you know of a time that we can schedule to make that work for you as well. I'm just taking a look at my notes, so hang with me, guys. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to mention, but this is not a graded course. You get a pass or no pass. So although you do get points for everything that you submit, it's not like an A or B or a C type of thing. It's a pass or a non-pass. So I just wanted you guys to be mindful that you will need at least 80 points to pass the course with a successful field instructor evaluation. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So when you guys get a chance during your spare time, I want you to look through the syllabus, and under course assignments, I want you guys to really look at the discussion rubric for each of your assignments so you can kind of know what I'm expecting. And I will also post a video by Monday evening of what I'm expecting from you guys. So each assignment has a rubric laid out for you. So in regards to the discussion forums and also with all your written assignments. So you have 8 total written assignments for this course, and some weeks you'll be asked to submit a written assignment answering your questions or reflecting on a specific topic or theme, or you might be asked to apply the topic to experience in your field setting and reflect back on that. So I will definitely keep you guys posted as those things might change. And some other important things are student field reflection logs. There's 3 total that are due, and they're due week 3, 5, and 10. So this is a time where you can really process your feelings and thoughts and observations about things that are going on in the field. So it can help you to better become a better you and to really be a constant advocate for change in the workplace. Let's see. And it's also a rubric over here for your field reflection logs. And we can go more into detail about these assignments as they come closer. And here's the fun part. This used to actually be my favorite part of the course. So process recordings. So you have 2 that are due, weeks 1 through 7, and 1 during weeks 8 through 14. So that is a time when you really take, a session, whether it was usually an individual session where you process everything that the client said, you said, and everything you guys were probably thinking and feeling, and playing into, when were those techniques and those evidence-based practice utilized in those conversations or in those events that you were meeting with someone. And that is also laid out here in your rubric as well. Okay. We also have, sorry about that, guys, a mandated reporter assignment due week 3. So every state can sometimes vary on what their criteria are for mandated reporters. So you will make sure that you'll be looking into that for your state. Just something to think about. You probably might already know that information, but if you do, that's okay. It's good to know. And the rubric is here as well. So your learning contract is due week 4. That's what we talked about briefly. Supervision, reading, and questions are due week 6. So this is an assignment where you'll go through all of the readings and questions that you've had thus far and really process those. And then we come up to the self-evaluation in the second to last week before the course is over, on how you view yourself and, the supervisory piece and just everything overall. And your revised learning contract is due week 14. So you will submit your learning contract during week 4, and then you'll revise it and talk about whether, things were achieved or not achieved. And that will be due week 14. So, as you guys see, for week 1, Widener University Center for Social Work Online MSW Field Manual, I want you guys to take a look at that, read through, peel back any questions or concerns you may have so we can discuss those, and I will take a few minutes during our first live field discussion to address those. Also, you want to make sure that you have your availability poll survey done by this Thursday by 11:59. Alrighty. So what we're going to do now is to just go back up here for a second. Sorry guys, I'm kind of all over the place. So evaluation methods. So this is how you get your 80. You want to get 100%, of course, but at least 80 points to pass the course. And so the discussion forums are 10% of your grade. The field discussions are 5% of your grade, which includes the peer-to-peer or live discussions with me. Your written assignments is a huge part of your grade, 9 total, and that's 30%. Your 2 process recordings are also worth a huge part of your grade, which is 30%, and field reflection logs are 25%. So the good chunk of your grade is coming from your written assignments. But I think although 5% of your grade from the peer-to-peer and live discussions with me don't always measure up, they're just as important. So I want you guys to know that as well. Okay, great. So that was just a quick introduction to week 1. So you want to make sure that you review your field manual to see if you have any questions or concerns. You want to complete your discussion forum assignment that is due by, let me make sure I tell you guys the right thing, by Thursday by 11:59. And you also want to make sure that you complete the availability poll. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. I look forward to getting a chance to know you and supporting you on this journey.